A divisive home front battle will loom over any major war, and this article just coming out today. Now, I've got some pretty shocking news to share with you on this, and there's been a lot coming out on this. Take a look. It has been trending. People searching, is there going to be a U.S. draft? And at first you might think no. However, wait till you see some of the more recent articles that have been coming out on this. Fact checkers saying that no, the United States is not bringing back the draft. However, what might be surprising to you is the reason why and how this still might be a possibility. Now, take a look at this. A draft can only be ordered through an act of Congress, which is not considering doing so because we are currently not in a war at this moment. So in other words, they're saying legally, President Joe Biden cannot issue an executive order to reinstate the draft. However, Congress can do so if they feel that it is needed when we are in a time of war. Take a look at this. Military recruiting woes worry voters, but most still oppose the draft, as they're saying if we were to enter into war at this time, we do not have enough people in our U.S. military. And take a look at this. Military draft needed in the U.S. A letter just issued a couple weeks ago. I'm going to be sharing this with you as they're saying we need it. We do not have enough armed forces. And take a look at the article that just came out today. Draft, a divisive home front which stood with 700,000 in 19 couple weeks ago. I'm going to be sharing this with you as they're saying we need it. We do not have enough armed forces. And take a look at the article that just came out today. It says the United States Army is facing a dire combination of recruiting shortfalls and shrinking individual ready reserves. The shrink, they cite, is alarming. The individual ready reserve, which stood with 700,000 in 1973, 450,000 in 1994, well, today it's only 76,000, 1/10 of what we had in our armed forces in 1973, which was 50 years ago. These numbers cannot fill the existing gaps in the active forces, let alone any casualty replacement or expansion during a large-scale combat operation. Large-scale combat operations troop requirements may well require a reconceptualization of the 1970s and 1980s volunteer force and a move toward partial conscription, aka reinstating the draft, or a partial conscription would unleash powerful social, political, and cultural shockwaves throughout America, and I'm pretty sure we all would be in shock to hear that they would be sending essentially Gen Z into war if the United States were forced into World War III. After 50 years, any conscription, no matter how partial, would be off the charts contentious. Now, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. They are saying no, there is not a draft at this time, but we are currently not officially in war, and if we were, they're saying we do not have enough people to support a war. And then let me ask you this. Do you think that Congress would then issue legislation saying it's time for a draft because we do not have enough armed forces?
Shalom Yasharallah. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises, honor, and infinite glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem HaKakwadash. Double honors to the elders and to the apostles at Great Millstone. Peace and salutations to all you hopefully like the Akim out there laboring, pushing this word in truth and in sincerity. This is Brother Amar for the GMS Voice Idaho Camp coming at you again with another draft update. And as you can see that in the time of war, they can and will, we understand, get a call to arms. A lot of those, younger generation, these young men, these gun-toting gangbangers that want to be about that life, and really be about the guns and violence and all that stuff. Hey, well, they're going to get their opportunity. But we understand that, and if you're going to go off in that draft, you're not coming back. The second Esdras 16 and 33, the virgin shall mourn, having no bridegrooms. The women shall mourn, having no husbands. Their daughters shall mourn, having no helpers. Salakia. That would be a little quicker than I got bad service. But hey, man, going back to that verse. Oh, man, Salakia, Akim. I think it'll just be easier if I go into my Bible app. 16 and 33. Here I have them highlighted already. Call all y'all Bashmi al-Shai. This is 2nd Esdras 16 and 33. Again, the virgin shall mourn, having no bridegrooms. Virgins being these young women not going to look forward to having a husband and get married and have the little slice of the American dream like they're looking forward to, because hey, they're going to be all sent off to war to die, man. In the Valley of Jehoshaphat, out there in the Middle East. The women shall mourn having no husbands, even if they are married, and they do agree to go to that draft. Hey, they're going to have no husband because they're not coming back again. Their daughters shall mourn having no helpers. You know, these women, oh, baby, can you change my oil? Oh yeah, sure. Boom, boom, boom. It's done. Oh, I got a flat tire. Can you do it for me? Oh yeah, sure. Boom. Oh, the fence gate is sagging and it fell down. It's dragging on the floor. Can you fix it? Oh sure. Little things like that. They're gonna have no helpers to do that around the house, man. They're gonna be really sore vexed because of it as well. The 34. Because why is this gonna happen? In the wars shall their bridegrooms be destroyed, and their husbands shall perish of famine. Because, hey, man, there is no coming back from this draft, man. This is not a regular war. It's not going to be shot with bullets flying past your head and you ducking and running and jumping into this foxhole and shooting back and reloading. This is going to be straight nuclear warfare, bombs, missiles, crazy things like that. Not to mention all these natural disasters. Leviathan showing his face. This is going to be way too much that this government and any government around the world is going to be able to handle. You know, so it's about to get on a real bumpy ride because there's another draft update. They're talking about bringing it out again because Joe Biden had that executive order, but legally they say he can't do it because Congress is, and we're not technically in a quote unquote war. We're in conflicts around the world, but none to say we know that they're going to switch their laws up whenever it suits them the best. So just be prepared. Just another update. Lord willing, this is edifying to the elect. Till next time. Shalom.